So I'm curious, would you be willing to travel halfway around the world to help communities in need? Countless international volunteers are doing just that. I'm making my way through beautiful Argentina to discover more about this growing trend. Come around the world with me on an epic journey as we investigate what really works in international aid. It's time to go beyond good intentions. At a local animal refuge, I encountered a woman named Carol who had sold everything she owned in order to volunteer her way around the world.
I'm here at El Puma as part of a volunteer placement. It would feel too superficial if I spent my whole year just looking at pretty things. So it's quite a nice balance to do something a little bit more meaningful.
At the park where I work, the main issue is they're just understaffed. They need help with anything, even if it's just cleaning out a cage.
As a serial volunteer myself, I could understand Carol and Danielle's interest in helping abroad. But it made me wonder, after all those experiences, had I really helped?
One of the hardest things is doing something that you feel is making a difference. Because a lot of times you are doing stuff and you don't feel like you're getting anywhere. You don't feel like you're going to make even the slightest dent.
Maybe it's selfish on my part, but I want to feel needed and I want to feel like I'm filling some form of gap. But it wouldn't really make a difference if I wasn't here.
i2i, it's an English-based company that set up volunteers to work with children, to work with animals, to work in community development centres and all sorts. It cost me £4,000 for 7 months. It's expensive, but it's worth it. For me, it's not one of the things that I can do for 2 weeks, because I would get into it and then I'd be going, and it's just not right. I've seen a lot of volunteers come and go. The kids got very, very upset. As soon as you come in, they'll ask how long you're here for, so they know how long to be prepared.
It made me question, could short-term volunteers actually be doing more harm than good?
El voluntario viene, está un tiempo y se va y las niñas le dejan un vacío, ¿no? Pero creo que es entre no venir, no tener a nadie y tener una experiencia de alguien que se juega un tiempo por ellos, me parece que es importante. Lo que valoro el esfuerzo de ellas. En lugar de usar ese dinero en diversión, pagan para hacer un servicio. Las nenas tienen una necesidad de amor, de afecto muy grande, ¿no? Estas chicas vienen, juegan con ellas, comparten, les hacen sentir que ellas son importantes.
Perhaps the short-term volunteers were having a positive impact on the orphans, but I was still skeptical.
I mean, 2 weeks, what can you as a person really learn about the culture, even about the language or anything about the people? It's more of a holiday for you, isn't it?
I think with volunteering, a very important thing is that you're there for a large amount of time. I mean, ideally, a year or so would be great, but we can't all take a year out of our lives. But at least a few months in order to really get something done.
In my own volunteer experiences, I always came home feeling that I had gained more than I had given. Volunteers I met around the world felt the same way.
They've taught me a lot, more than I think I've taught them. They've taught me a lot.
Maybe I made someone feel nice for a few weeks or something, but I think much more impactful on me and my thinking and developing who I am than anything I was doing for them.
To be honest, I think I've learned a lot more than I have taught.
I think they'll remember us for all the little things we've done. Because we may not have changed completely their lives or anything, but we've taught them things that they wouldn't have ever known any other way.
Por más que sea una cosa chica, ¿no? Creo que a nivel personal a las chicas les ayuda mucho.
You're not here to change the world, you're here just to help them that little bit.
Tell us what you think about international volunteerism. Become part of the dialogue at beyondgoodintentions.com. And join me next week as I head to Indonesia to investigate innovations in disaster relief.